So we've got the FTC complaint back and forth, and the 60 Minutes whistleblower interview, and the journal reporting. Of all of these boiling pots, what is the most significant?
I think the most significant over time might be the last two developments, because they have so much to do with the legislative process. I think they're going to stoke the fires that press in the direction of adding new legislation. I think that the lawsuit is important, but perhaps not nearly as important as what might happen in Congress as a consequence of both the journal's reporting and the whistleblower's revelations.
Legislation that argues or mandates what, given the political framework that we're in right now?
Legislation that deals perhaps with privacy and data protection and imposes much stricter obligations on platform owners to control the type of information that circles through their platform, and imposes much tighter controls on how they collect and gather information, how they run the data circulation and collection business itself. That's one strong possibility. Another is that you get severe controls under the guise of antitrust law that establishes a new regulatory framework that, again, sets basic principles that are alien to the companies about how they can operate.
Companies, and Facebook in particular, may argue, and in some ways have, that we're doing our best, that we've spent a lot of money, we've hired thousands and thousands of people to try to moderate and monitor the content. What more can we be expected to do?
And I think both in the litigation process and before the Congress, they'll make exactly that argument and say that this is the best that human beings can do. I think an issue that it will raise, especially before the legislature, is whether these systems in some ways defy effective human control. That when you go from having a few hundred users to billions, and you expand the range of services, have you established organizations that simply defy the ability of people to establish effective internal controls, even if you're doing your best and using the greatest good faith to make it happen?
William, though, I'd like you to explain to our viewers the connection between the FTC action, should they be successful in proving that Facebook is a monopolist and whatever remedies would be applied, and the negative societal impact that the platform at least appears to have, and how that would be part of any remedy, because that's not clear to me.
The assumption in the FTC's case is that if you succeed in obtaining a divestiture, creating two or more successors to Facebook, and if you open the door for app developers to emerge as providers of information services platforms, you're going to have rivalry that drives companies to be more sensitive to the types of concerns that feature in the recent coverage. The companies will feel impelled to provide greater protections for their users, to be more solicitous of their users' concerns about privacy. That's a debated proposition, though. And another interpretation is that firms will simply drive harder in the direction of doing some of the same things that Facebook is accused of now. But a pivotal assumption in the FTC's case is that more competition, a more open market, is going to bring forward firms that will strive harder to safeguard the interests of users by protecting their privacy and providing them with better quality information.
Shepard Smith here. Thanks for watching CNBC on YouTube.